Right, so we've got Le Chien Rouge from the Pays d'Oc in the south of France.
That's
First
right.
one.
Pays d'Oc is the named region on the bottle, but actually we know that it's actually from the Roussillon, which is a smaller region within the Pays d'Oc. So the Pays d'Oc is a wide net of an area around the south of France, which includes everything right down to the Spanish border, and sort of almost all the way around to the Provence region, the Riviera of France. But we know this winemaker, we know that it's actually from the Roussillon, a much smaller area. We're talking that rugged, mountainous area that if you've ever driven from France to Spain, just before you pass over the border, you've got to go up through these lovely mountains. This is the spot we're talking.
And I didn't mention a single grape here because this is a field blend.
For sure, it is a field blend. I say field blend with these wines, but there are no fields here. In the Roussillon, we're talking bush vines, so they're not the planted vines that you see like against a trellis or with a wire going in nice straight rows. We're talking bushes clinging to a rock here and to the side of a hill there. They've been around for a very, very long time, but it's a field blend absolutely in the sense that they just pick whatever's growing well and they throw it in. We can probably guess, we're in the Roussillon, it's red wine, there's going to be Carignan in there for sure, there's going to be Caladac in there for sure, there's most likely going to be Grenache Noir, but I imagine this is mostly Carignan. In fact, we can taste it's mostly Carignan because Carignan particularly has this really strong blackcurrant Ribena flavour, which is coming through really nicely in here.
And look, this is, I say, field blend, that kind of single variety in a bottle. So a bottle that says Sauvignon Blanc, Carignan, that's like real modern winemaking. This is like how it's been done for forever, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We're talking about farmers here that probably were farming sheep, cattle, and whatever, and then grapes on the side, and they were very much left to do their own thing. And what you've got is a variety of different grapes, some of which do better in warmer springs, some of which do better in damper autumns, and obviously weather is changeable, especially when you're down in that part of France where you've got a coast each side, the Mediterranean, the Atlantic. Weather can be changeable. Different years, different grapes are going to do better. But you've got consistency in that no matter what the weather's like, there are going to be some grapes that do better than others, and you can pop those in the bottle. And that's the way it's always historically been, and ultimately generally delivers better value, because if you're just growing Sauvignon Blanc, or if you're just growing Pinot Noir, and let's take Pinot Noir for example, then you have a really, really, really hot summer, and the Pinot Noir gets absolutely destroyed by the heat. Game's up. You've got nothing. Whereas these guys have always got something to play with.
Yeah. I mean, like say, they're growing things just in the field, the mixed grapes. Generally, they'll have been making that for them drinking at home and just sell it locally. So food, this is table wine, isn't it? This is the kind of stuff gets plonked down in the middle at a wedding and everyone enjoys it. Doesn't really matter what you're eating as such. But yeah, I mean, what would this kind of favour?
So one of the things, we're going to get technical here. We're going to use a technical term.
Here we go.
One of the things
that
are most associated with Roussillon and red wines from this region is a flavour called garrigue. The French call it garrigue, and it basically means flavour of the bush, of the shrubbery around that area. And what that is rosemary, thyme, lavender. These are other bushes that will be growing around the grapes in that area. So these wines are super, super fruity, dark fruit flavours, but there is that herby, lavender, rosemary, thyme flavour in there. So anything you're cooking that's got those sort of strong herby, rich, strong herby flavours are going to be perfect.
Yeah, right? I mean, I just went down the wrong. I was trying so hard to not cough then, but no, I mean, to be fair, right, jargon aside, I do get that kind of like herbiness to it. So yeah, anything you're whacking a sprig into it. Anything that comes in a sprig form,
it's going to like it.
Sprigs at the ready.
Cheers.